Hi, I am Youth Pastor Richenda Magruder. I am a higher supporter, and this is my college story. If I could write 10 books and 15 million movies, it would not be able to explain the experience that I had when I went to college. But I will only highlight just a few. If I had to start back in 1995, 96 is when I graduated from high school. That was a rough year for me. I was graduating from high school, dealing with my own demons, as well as dealing with the only male figure in my life, my stepfather, and he was dying of terminal illness called Lou Gehrig's disease. But I managed, despite of my demons. I was on cocaine. I was actually doing heroin while I was in high school and playing basketball. That's all I had. And I managed to get a basketball scholarship to Lorleen B. Wallace State Junior College in Andalusia, Alabama. And I went there and I was so excited, but I didn't realize that I never got rid of the extra baggage that I had, which was my drug addiction. I was on powder real bad. At this time, I couldn't really do heroin as much as I wanted to because it wasn't really known in the South as it was up north. So as I'm going down in the country and I'm excited, my first half of my college year, I'm playing basketball, I'm still tooting powder, I'm doing an 8 ball a day. Before every practice, before every game, I began to get around the wrong type of people because I was a people's person, and I still never faced the demons that were on the inside. And I ended up getting caught up with the wrong people. I got caught up in a real bad drug trafficking. I ended up getting locked up for a few seconds for investigation. And in that moment, I knew that God was trying to show me something because I always had him on the inside. And it was as if God was showing, if this is what you want to do, this is how you're going to live. Always be scared, steady hiding instead of confronting what you need to confront. I end up having to wait for my mother to come and pick me up. I felt so disappointed because I knew I had just lost my stepfather. He ended up dying in 96. I ended up losing him. My mother had high hopes in me. I was all that she had left after my stepfather had died. And she came down, and the look that she gave me when she walked in that police station was a look that I will never forget. And every time I find myself in a place where I can't make it, I remember her face. And to make a long story short, she came and got me. She never said anything to me. I didn't say anything to her. I got back, I went, and then I ended up getting a call from Fort Valley State University, getting another college scholarship for basketball. And God was showing me that even in the midst of me fighting, that he still had his hand upon me. And I went to Fort Valley State in 97, 98, but I still was carrying extra baggage, and I didn't face the demons that I was with, and that was doing cocaine. I'm still doing cocaine. I'm in Fort Valley. I'm trying to stay focused. I still end up getting around the wrong crowd, but it was nobody there in my voice to tell me that this is not the way you need to go. There was nobody there to say, you know, you have better for you. Let's not go this route. I made my own decision of what to do, and I end up losing my scholarship at Fort Valley and dropping out and going back home. To make it further, in 99, I end up still doing drugs, and I end up getting pregnant and having my first child. And I never said anything, but in the midst of having my first child, I still never stopped fighting my demons. I was still using drugs all the way up to my 3rd month of me being pregnant with my child. After a while, it was one day I'll never forget, I had just did an 8 ball. I think I was like 2.5 months pregnant, and I felt myself dying. And in me feeling myself dying, I remember crying out and saying, I can't do this anymore. And I looked at my stomach, and I remembered that I was doing it not for myself anymore, but for somebody else. In 2000, I decided to go back to school, and I was going to finish and I was going to complete it. But what happened was God began to place people around me to stir me in the right direction as I went there. To make a long story short, in 2004, I ended up getting my degree, and I walked across that stage 8 months pregnant with my second child and married. I share this story to tell you this: those of you all that are dealing with drug addictions and you think that you can make it and you think that you can hide it and you can continue to do it and you can be successful, that is not the way. You have to reach out. I waited. You don't have to wait to reach out. And that's why I love Higher Foundation. Higher Foundation has many entities, but the one thing that they do is they mentor the ones that come up under them. They hold them accountable. They go with them step by step until they make that completion. And if I would have had that back then, I wouldn't have made a lot of mistakes that I made. So I challenge you, sow into a foundation that will mentor, that will grow, that will hold our young people accountability for them to be better and to go higher in their education.